Hello, Hero of Collectors here. How's it going, everybody? Hope you all are doing fantastic. I know I am because I am here talking the brand new Marvel Legends Giant Man Haslab. Now, real quick before we get into the video, I'm going to try and make this as quick of an edit as possible. So I'm going to have a bunch of pictures just kind of slide showing across the audio. If there's anything in particular that you want to see more of, just pause the video and look at it. I'm not going to try and line this up with a lot of my talking points just because I want to make this quick and simple for all of you. Also, let's keep the comments very civil. Haslabs cause a lot of discourse in the community, so let's respect each other's opinions, not lash out at each other for having said opinions, and just be a good example for the community when expressing how we feel about an item. Okay, now with all that said and done out of the way, let's talk about the Haslab. So, as an overview, this giant man stands at 24 inches tall. He comes with 3 total face plates, one smiling, one stern, and one angry. Has over 90, no, not over, 91 He has 91 points of articulation with fingers fully articulated, hands articulated, even toe joints. He is $199.99 US. We need 10,000 backers by October 23rd at 1 minute to midnight in order for this guy to fund. If he does fund and we reach 12,000 backers, we get an extra zombie head. And if we hit 14,000 backers, a zombie faceplate. And then if he hits 14,000 backers, we get a Skrull head. So that's about everything I can say about him. Everything he includes, he's based on a classic design. So that's about everything that needs to be said just about this product in general. Now, a few points that aren't necessarily bad, but just I have an opinion on. He didn't need to be this tall. I would have been just as happy at 18 inches or 15 inches. Heck, I was really hoping that they would revive the Marvel Legends 12-inch line and just give us a bunch of the different giant men looks, like Goliath and Hank Pym, Giant Man, the whole 9 yards. But we have this instead, and I think this is just fine. I don't necessarily like the precedence that this is setting for future giant men that we could be getting, because if they do revive the 12-inch line, they aren't going to hold a candle to the Haslab, but also will be more accessible than the Haslab. So it's a real gray area for the future of giant men releases. So I'm not totally jazzed about that. Something that's kind of a bummer is that he doesn't have any 6-inch figures packed with him, or even as bonus tiers, because I would have really liked to seen a 6-inch version of this costume and then a Wasp figure of like her classic look to go with the classic Avengers. If we end up getting those next year in like a 2-pack or in like a pack just to tie in with the Haslab when it releases, if this is backed, I'll eat my words and I'll be just as happy. But I think that's about it. That's my only real complaints, and even then they're just kind of minor gripes that we'll kind of see in the future how things go. In terms of the good, most of this figure is great. Like, I have no serious issues with the sculpt, the design, the texturing, the faces. We've seen some in-hand looks that look really great and like look even better than the renders. So overall, the figure on its own is beautiful, and I'm so happy that they're doing this Haslab. Now, going into the price, for $200, I think this is a really good price. We've had the Sentinel at $350, Galactus at $400. This is the cheapest Marvel Legends Haslab. I think that's great. I think it's more affordable, and I can definitely save up for this one better. And for what it is, I think, for that price, I think that is a huge chunk of plastic for $200. Because if you think about a standard Marvel Legends wave now, like a Build-A-Figure wave, That comes to just shy of $200, and 7 figures plus a Build-A-Figure in terms of plastic, I don't think equals a HasLab like this. So I think the amount of plastic for the price is a good ratio. So with all of that just kind of out of the way, my overall feeling is that this is a good HasLab project for its price and design. It's not for everybody, and in fact, it wouldn't have been for me if it was costing any more. Like if it had been 300 or 350, that would have priced me out on this guy. But he is a $200 figure, and I think that is great for what he is. Again, not going to be for everybody. It's not for the MCU collectors. It's not for, collectors that are happy with their 12-inch or 14-inch Giant Man Build-A-Figure from Toy Biz. So there's a lot of sides, and if you don't like this, that is completely fine. I think HasLabs are only for certain collectors, and for me personally, this is something I do really want. I am a little scared that if this does back, where am I going to put him in my collection? Because I don't have my other two HasLabs on the shelf. So if I do get this, am I going to take and expand my Avengers shelf? Or am I just going to have him chilling with my other two HasLabs? I don't know yet. But we're way ahead of it. It hasn't even backed yet at the time of this recording because I'm recording this Sunday evening. It just went over 4,000 backers, so we're not quite halfway there, but we're still with a steady pace. I did already back this. I backed it within the hour of it being announced. I think I was around the 920 mark. That's about where I backed. So I don't have anything else to say. Leave your comments down below. Please remember to be civil. Remember, it's just a toy. We're all collectors. Just be civil about how we discuss these things. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you all in another video, another post, another time.